Grand Rising YouTube. This is Stephanie, aka Idin Nehasthusaa Gbagba, aka Tent to Row, and I'm here today to do the daily forecast to just kind of tap into the energy of today and just get an idea of how today will go, what energies we may be in, so that we can focus on that or not be too hard on ourselves if today is a day of waiting like yesterday was. The waiting game and just having patience. But let's begin the reading with the sacred sounds of the Tibetan bowl. I'm going to tap it 7 times, one for each chakra. And as I hit the bowl, I want us to inhale the color of that chakra and exhale any poison that may be there. Exhale anything that is no longer needed. So, root chakra, we're inhaling red, rich, vibrant red colors. Just filling our root chakra. And we're exhaling the poison. Of fear. Sacral chakra. Colors orange. We're inhaling vibrant orange colors into our sacral chakra. We exhaling any poison, anything that we no longer need, no longer serving our highest good. Inhaling a vibrant yellow color into our solar plexus chakra. Exhaling out the poison of guilt. Or any other poisons that hinder our self-worth. Inhaling vibrant green light into our heart chakra. Exhaling the poison of grief unending. Exhaling any poisons that are there. Inhaling vibrant blue color into our throat chakra. Exhaling the poison of lies and any other poisons that may reside there. Inhaling a vibrant violet color into our first eye chakra. Exhaling the poison of illusion and any other poisons that may reside in the first eye. Inhaling a vibrant, rich lavender, pure white, golden light into our crown chakra. Clearing out the poison of attachment and any other poisons that may reside there that prevent our connection to spirit. Allow all the energies to align themselves for our highest good. thanks. Alright, let's begin the reading. Divine forces of unconditional love. I ask that you will bring us clear and accurate messages about how to most effectively, efficiently use the energies of today for our highest good, to give us insight on what we may encounter and how we can best maneuver the energies for today. Thank you. I give thanks. A lot of cups energy, cups and fire, so emotion and passion. Alright, so the bottom of the deck we have Gaia, which is the World card, which is part is the so we're ending cycles today. That's what the World card stands for in the traditional tarot. Elevating and ascending, evolving into a more conscientious being, not just conscious, but into a more conscientious existence. Growing and maturing, shedding the old ways of doing things, shedding the past, and walking into, growth and expansion. It's a vulnerable state, but there's so much strength in vulnerability, clarity of thought, maturity. So we're coming into our being and getting in touch with our heart-centered truth and sharing it with the world, overcoming the manipulations of others, being able to see it and point it out, and to make a conscious decision to move on and to move forward, not engaging in relationships that are ultimately not for our highest good. As the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords, which is moving on to calmer waters, cleansing ourselves of the old way of doing things with the Moon card below. Things that were hidden being revealed, and us being able to be in full control of our emotions and to make the right decisions and how to move forward. Working alone if need be, but knowing and having faith that with hard work and determination, being slow, steady, patience, waiting when it's time to wait, like the reading yesterday said, that we will have victory. That we will receive victory in whatever it is that we want to do. Victory in, changing our course of action if need be, because we're conscientious and aware. So doing the work that we need to do to build up that wisdom in order to lead in authority and in confidence. We're no longer, engaging in the drama of other people. We're surrendering our need to be right, releasing that control, like the reading yesterday mentioned. Releasing having to be in control all the time, surrendering to our intuition and surrendering to our passion. We're surrendering the belief in scarcity. And that is why we're able to just go with the flow and just to trust spirit, because we know that there's more than enough to go around. Or deep down we know, within our higher self we know. But now it's time for that belief to be lived in the outer world. Here again with the world card here. No longer living in denial of our power and in denial of the power of our intuition here with the High Priestess card. And living in a state of delight, but using that power wisely, to bring happiness and joy to the world. Using that power in with integrity, because I can just keep going and going and going with that. So our postcard from Spirit today says, now is one of those times you're being asked to add some distance. Take a step back and do nothing but observe. So it looks as though there's a continuation of the energy yesterday, which is, patience, and it's a waiting game to just observe things. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Again, surrendering your belief in scarcity. Don't worry about how long it's going to take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath, slow down, and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. Here, surrender to your intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it is as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental way. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now and you'll be glad you did. Love you. So, we're growing, we're evolving. This is a time of change, a shifting, and right now. We just need to observe, fall back, observe, surrender our, belief in scarcity while we're sitting back, not thinking like, okay, we're not doing anything, so nothing is happening. No, there's plenty to go around. Since the universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So, yeah, we're surrendering, believing that there's not enough to go around. Well, anyway, let's get into the reading here. Again, we're getting in touch with our heart-centered truth and are no longer allowing people to manipulate us. The underlying cause of us coming into this truth and no longer allowing people to manipulate us, or maybe things that have happened in our deep past or in our, childhood or anything that may be affecting our lives here. But I believe this is more the underlying cause of us living in our heart-centered truth and no longer able to be manipulated. Is because we've come into the energy of, seeing the beauty in life. We're coming into understanding and trusting and confidence in ourselves, and finding our still center and being able to go there in times of chaos. We're transforming into this beautiful energy. Again, let's start back here. Getting in touch with our heart-centered truth, no longer allowing people to manipulate us and pull our strings. We're not, becoming more emotionally intelligent, more grounded in our emotions. And we're more grounded in our emotions because we've done the work. We've probably been outside doing our meditating, and we're transforming here with the death card, with Kali. We're transforming, and we're no longer accepting the BS. We're no longer participating in the BS because we're surrendering to drama. It says no matter how emotionally charged the situation, we're able to remain calm and not contribute to the drama because we know what our truth is. We know the heart-centered truth is unconditional love, and that, people are going to go through their shits, because we're all growing and evolving, and sometimes the drama is part of that growth. It's part of your growth. It's part of the other person's growth. It's part of your growth because you sit and you drop the matter into your heart, and you get the truth from there. Whether it is that you need to engage in this, you're seeing from a higher perspective, staying centered, and which is allowing us to resolve the issue more quickly. It says staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly, and that's exactly what we have done here. We've done the work, or this is the work that needs to be done to receive, to really tap into this energy that is being offered to us today. This energy is supported by the Justice card. What? Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. We're receiving justice because we're not allowing our strings to be pulled anymore, and allowing people to manipulate us with the emotions and such. Clarified also by the Queen of Wands. We're taking matters into our own hands and not, again, engaging in the drama, or this is what we need to do. The underlying cause is because that we're maybe not receiving this energy is because we are giving into the drama. We're not going within and really looking at the situation from a higher perspective to see if this person is really, manipulating us and trying to pull our strings. We're centered in the way that, we're not flowing wherever the wind blows or wherever the tide is, flowing. in the recent past, we've been through a transmutation. We may have had a tower moment that came along that brought a lot of confusion, as we have here. The Queen of Fire, transmutation, taking matters into her own hands, transforming situation. The only reason the Queen of Wands is one that has lent her talents and her gifts to everyone else, but they're not using it properly. And she's like, you know what? I'm just going to take matters into my own hands. I know my power, and I'm going to tap into it, and I'm going to do what I need to do to overcome this confusion. There was confusion going on, and it made this phoenix have to get up and rise up out of the fire and to just be reborn. She's just tired of the BS, And that's clarified by the Two of Swords. She made a decision. It's like, I'm no longer over-analyzing a problem. I'm just going to find a compromise. I'm going to take matters into my own hands and do what I need to do to, receive the peace that I need to center myself. Also clarified by the Nine of Wands, which is about, I've been through a lot. I've had bruises to show for it, but I am standing strong, and I'm determined to move forward, out of this confusion, this confusion and guilt maybe that is here. I'm no longer blaming myself for things, because I know that this is just part of the journey and part of my growth. All my trials and tribulations are here to bring me to my highest self. So just determined to move forward. Confusion in the past has made us determined to move forward, but also helped us to tap into our intuition and help allow us to surrender to our intuition, which is what we need to do in time of confusion, is what Spirit is saying. It says, tune into your inner voice and be aware of any gut feelings, flashings, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Again, our intuition is what, guides us and keep us, safe at the end of the day. But there's a battle between the ego and the intuition. And it's about, integrating them both and using the energy, the balance of light and dark, the yin and yang. Again, surrendering our needs to always be right. It says, give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help to resolve conflicts and to improve your relationships. Surrender to miracles. It may take a miracle for you to surrender your need to be right. It's going to take a miracle for a lot of people to surrender their need to be right. But that's what's going to help, release a lot of drama in your life. So that'll help you to surrender to your drama. To drama in your life that is only bringing stress in. So our mind frame today should be on resurrecting, And the sacred fire here is this 10, 11. I don't know what. Let me read that. What is the sacred fire? Because that's a major arcana card, but I'm not sure which one. It says sacred fire. The beautiful white buffalo calf woman embodies the passion of sacred fire, the Native American holy one who teaches humankind to revere spirit through the honoring of Mother Earth. We revere spirit through the honoring of Mother Earth, which could be our outside Earth, but also could be our body. Again, our body contains everything that Earth does: water, fire, air, and the soil, or the ground, which is our skin and our flesh. It's all just a microcosm of the macrocosm. We are a microcosm of the macrocosm, which is the earth and the cosmos, and it just goes on and it keeps going. appearing over the horizon to two young native men, white buffalo calf woman came to earth, a pillar of light. Her purity consumed evil and transmuted it to ash. Her unwavering reverence for the sacred teaches the honoring of all life and the flame of life through sacred ritual. She personifies the eternal Leo fire and joy of desire for everything holy. With her peace pipe and medallion of the four direction, white buffalo calf woman brings the smoke of connection to the spirit world, carrying your prayers and passionate intent. Clothed in the purest of white buffalo skin, she brings peace through respecting spirit and the sacred pipe. She teaches the care of the earth through discipline, ritual, and responsibility of the life force. White buffalo calf woman brings the fire of spirit to you through her strength and courage, showing you that through the control over your hidden demons, through the control of always being right, surrendering your control of being right, surrendering, to drama. It says, when you show that through control over your hidden demons and in reverence for the sacred, you honor and align with your essence and bring light to the darkness of the world. So we're resurrecting here with the crone of seas, which is like the King of Cups. But, this is the crone, resurrecting, having a second chance. And with this second chance, you don't forget everything. You still have the wisdom of, the previous life, but you're able to be more conscientious and use that wisdom to bring, light to the darkness of the world. That information or those cards are being clarified by the Two of Pentacles. It says it's important to have balance, so we're balancing out that energy, balancing out the darkness of the world by bringing light to the world. And also the Wheel card, which is the Wheel of Fortune, the destiny, new beginnings, end of delays, and a change in direction that offer happiness. So yesterday and today was a day of waiting, of being patient, but the wheel is turning now as we, surrender our belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dream. It's a man backpacking. It took a lot of courage for him to just get up and leave and just, go with what he has on his back. But he believes in the infinite abundance of the universe, and he knows that spirit is going to take care of him, regardless of what the outer circumstances look like. So having that type of faith and having that type of knowing. Yesterday I heard a phrase saying, when you know, you don't need faith. And so, again, yesterday I said I was toying around with that concept, but, with everything I do, all information that I receive, I filter it. What I feel is true in my heart center, I keep it. What I'm not sure, I put it in my pocket and let spirit confirm it, time and time again. And what I know is just bullshit, I just let that fall by the wayside. So that saying about knowing and not needing faith, is something that I'm allowing spirit to confirm and to, expand for me so that I can understand. And, I'm getting, every day I'm seeing more and more how it can be true. But the outcome of today is fire. We have the 8 of fire expression. So it could be, messages coming in on and giving us insight on how to express ourselves. We're going to be more in tune with our passion, taking the authority we need to regenerate and to go out into the world and really live what is in our hearts. You know, it's clarifying that is surrender to passion. It says, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. And it's so funny that we have all these cards here in the outcome, all about passion, especially the one energy. It's all about passion and ambition. Clarifying that energy is the king of Gabriel, which is keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Keep your eye on the big picture. Leaving he only has his back. Leave the details to others. Keep your eye on the big picture. You know what it is that you want to accomplish. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. And then we have the King of Cups here. It says, yes, it is safe to trust spirit, the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. So the outcome of today is firing us up with the passion to express the gifts that we have, the gifts that's within our hearts, within our belly, that fire that's within our belly that's just wanting to come up, and just feeling this new regeneration with the Queen of, this is the Queen of Wands here. No, is this the Knight of Wands? This may be the Knight of... No. This is the Queen of Wands. This crone was the King of Wands. This is the Queen of Wands. So I had that mixed up earlier, but irregardless. And yes, I said irregardless. Again, this is just the overall energy moving on to calmer waters. And just observing right now. So we're going to get a card from the Akashic Tarot. Divine forces of unconditional love, please bring out a card here with a clear and accurate message that will bring everything into a nice culmination, or that will just add wonderful energy and power to the message for today. Ashe. The King of Scrolls. It says, a man holds a scroll as he looks across a well-groomed garden. A number of scrolls lie on the garden bench next to him. He is the King of Scrolls, a man of learning. So today we need to observe and make sure we make use of what we're observing and apply that to learning and to make sure we're learning. That's what you do when you observe. And he can be helpful to you in many ways. This man may be present in your life already. If not, you'll be meeting him soon. He may be an author, teacher, communicator who will assist you in some professional way. He could also be a friend who brings wisdom through his own studies and spiritual practices. Be open to the guidance this man offers, for it could help lead your life in exciting new directions. As with many of the kings and queens, the King of Scrolls may also be a new love interest for you or for another, depending upon his location in the spread. His wisdom is compelling, and there are likely to be many interesting and lively discussions. This card may also represent you or someone you know who is longing for a deeper understanding and a greater clarity of thought. Now is the time to pursue new interests, perhaps even enroll in some classes or attend a lecture or two. A position in teaching, counseling, advertising, writing, publishing, or the like may be on the agenda now. A treasure trove of discovery is waiting for you, so let your mind and your life soar. So we're just observing right now, taking in all of the information. The Akashic Force, it says, take a deep breath and pull in the energy of the King of Scrolls. Feel yourself fill up with a new sense of wisdom and heightened communication. Your mind and vision grow with the power of the King of Scrolls. Is there something you like to learn? So keep that in mind today. All right, hope that helped you guys. Till next time, peace out.